you literally get the results on your phone. Nobody comes and tells you anything. Like literally laying down on an emergency bed and you get that in stage 3. I'm like, what is this? Like, it has to be wrong. This has to be wrong. It cannot be. It's crazy how you can have so many dreams, so many wishes, so many stuff that you want to do. But bro, the moment you get sick, bro, it's only one wish, dude.
So, all right, so I guess we just get going, right?
Yeah, I guess so, man.
I guess so. I want to say this is Eduardo Mauri. He's a good friend of mine. I met him back in 2017 or 2018.
Edu.
Oh, he goes by Edu, but I call him Eddie all the time. This is the first time he corrects me is when we're on camera. I'm like, Eddie, what's up? And yeah, I met this guy because in the middle of Legacy Fit, there's this guy in between every little station that would just hold a 2-minute handstand out of nowhere. And then after a while, I was like, hey bro, I want to learn how to do that. And so when I walked up to you and I was like...
No, it didn't even happen like that. No? You met my wife on the afternoon.
Oh, that's right.
And you were telling her about this guy that does handstands in the morning.
That's right, because she was doing a headstand.
She was doing a headstand.
And then she's like, oh, that's my husband. I was like, go figure.
No, yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
That was a good time.
And after that, that's basically where our friendship started, and it's gone from that to videography, talking about photography, flying drones,
paddleboarding, the workout 2 times a day,
surviving COVID, and now, man, surviving cancer. Because I know that you came with a strong diagnosis. You called me just with a lot of concern and confusion, but I'm gonna voice it right here, right now. And I feel like if there's anybody who's gonna beat this, it's gonna be you, bro. And so,
hopefully, man.
And that's why I know part of you told me about, damn, I really want to record a vlog and I really want to do this because your mom passed away from cancer.
Yeah.
And so you said to me, I wish my mom would leave something behind for me. So we could take this in 2 ways. We could take this in the sense where we're recording this for one day to leave this for your family to view. But I want to take this so that we smile and we joke about it down the road and say,
of course, yeah.
And say, we made it, Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, this was a crazy news for me, something that I was never expecting. I mean, I just had like a belly ache and I was having a little constipation problem, but nothing serious, nothing that was days without me going to the restroom, anything like that. It was just something uncomfortable, but I was under so much stress with work and some tests that I need to take and stuff that I wasn't really paying attention until like it got to a point that I have to go to an emergency because I was in so much pain. So
so that's what kind of triggered you to tell you that something was wrong. It was just pain, general pain.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was uncomfortable for me to be sitting down by the end of the day, by being sitting down the whole day. So it was a weird pain in my groin, a weird pain in my lower abdomen. And I was, this is weird, Didn't really change my diet, but my bowel movement changed a little bit. So I'm a very regular person. I will go every day, but certainly in the morning I was not going. And I was like, that's weird, because I will go later, but I would not go first thing in the morning, which is like...
Yeah, that was your regular
signature. Yeah. Like in the morning, if I don't work out, I will wake up, go to the bathroom, then go back to bed, or wake up and just do my thing, And... nothing, that was happening, and I was, what, let me just go to the emergency and
get checked.
And a whole Pandora box opened there, which to a point that I was like, I think you guys have the wrong scan, I don't know, I don't think that's not me.
So yeah, take me back to the moment right when they told you, actually you walked me through the story.
I did.
When you actually received the diagnosis, walk us through how that actually happened.
So right now it's crazy. I could not believe what was happening on the hospital. But I mean, I'm going to expand on this on my blog.
Yeah.
But you literally get the results on your phone. Nobody comes and tells you anything. It's like, oh, they do blood work. Your blood work is gonna come up and tell you if you're normal, if you're not normal, and it's like a description of whatever is going on. And I got a description of a large mass on my rectum and possible cancer, possible this, and you get a text message with that, and you're like literally laying down in an emergency bed, and you get that in stage 3. I'm like, what is this? Like, half an hour later, the doctor came. She's like, and I'm like literally just standing on the floor, and like.
So wait, so I guess they created the system where you're receiving text messages about your lab work.
Yeah.
I guess so that patients are informed about what's going on.
Yeah.
But then rather than you getting this very heavy information, you're reading it on a text without any explanation or any background going on.
Nothing.
And you're sitting in an ER room
By myself.
by yourself.
Because my wife left at that moment, because she was with me the whole time. But right at that moment that I got the news, she left. And it wasn't like, oh, let me just wait for my wife to come or anything like that. It was just literally, I got this message on my phone, which is an app, and your results from your CT scan. CT scan started reading. I'm like, just literally, just like nuts. And I was there for myself for like half an hour, just like.
And what was going through your mind at that time?
It has to be wrong. This has to be wrong. It cannot be. How am I how am I not feeling it? I mean, I'm feeling it, but how I didn't feel this, that's. So the doctor comes in, a lady, and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I guess, I don't know. You already saw the results? Yeah. Oh, I was kind of hoping that you didn't. And I'm like, I mean.
Yeah, thanks. I got a text message, lady. Like, what am I supposed to do?
So, yeah, we're gonna move you to a room, and that's it, They started doing whatever tests you can imagine, bro. Like, I mean, it was just like test after test. Like, it was a very hard experience at the hospital.
Was there any phrase or any sort of moment that really stuck with you during that appointment?
Bro, emergency is just for them to see what's going on, but they don't really assess anything. It's just like they'll give you pain med and just move you to a room so they can really like take care of you. But honestly, it was just the only thing that I can take away from that moment. It was just their faces changed completely after I got the CT scan, because they were just thinking that maybe you have like IBS, or because I look okay, bro.
Yeah,
like I'm like, they was just thinking that maybe I had like a hemorrhoid or something, And when they saw that, like all their faces changed. They were like, yeah, you're gonna be okay and stuff, And I'm like, sure, I mean, I don't care, but it's just, I can feel that. I can feel how people are kind of like treating me different because, they know what's going on, That's why I didn't really say anything in the beginning to anyone,
Yeah. Well, I think part of it is because you're just trying to process it yourself, right? You're trying to figure out, like, you have three beautiful girls, you have a wife.
So it's 22. So it's been almost like 37 days, something like that. It was on the 15th, something like that, something like that, yeah. Now, this week, is that I'm kind of like grasping of what's really going on. Because before, it's been almost a month, dude, and it just feels like a blur. Because it's like time is passing, but it's not passing. It's so weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it, And it's like I need to rest, but I don't want to waste time. So that's kind of how I feel right now. It's just strange. It's a strange feeling,
Yeah,
Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I feel like it was a dream. And then I wake up and I kind of like start feeling the pain. And then I remember that it's real, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially, I'm doing holistic protocol. I'm doing oncology protocol with chemo and stuff. And some of the stuff that I'm taking is strong at nighttime. And it gets me out, bro. Like, literally, like, I just wake up in the morning sometimes, just like refreshed because I did rest, but thinking that maybe this is not happening, That's kind of sometimes my mornings, if you know what I mean, you know.
Yeah. Who was the first person that you spoke to?
Who was the first person that I told? My brother.
Your brother?
Yeah, my little brother. And then my wife.
And how did those conversations go?
So, I mean, the first day, they kind of told us, oh, he might have cancer because he has a large mass. The next day, they did a colonoscopy and they just throw the bomb on us, like, you know, they just throw it, you know, yeah, he has like a very advanced cancer, you know, and she almost fainted, you know, right next to me. It was, I mean, it's a little bit more to it, you know, but the experience in the hospital is, you know, I don't want to talk about bad about the hospital because there's a lot of good people in the hospital. Yeah. It's a lot of good people. There was so many great nurses. They treated me so good. Like, honestly, bro, it was kind of like, that shit there was so bad, but that was the only thing kind of keeping me in there, you know, the nurses that would actually, you know, care. Yeah. But there's a lot of people that don't care, especially the doctors. I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I don't care. The doctors, bro, you guys need to humanize. Because I know you guys need to be not so sensitive for the type of work that you guys are doing, but you guys are dealing with all these people's life. You can't just throw someone, oh, you're dying in 2 years with like nothing, you know, like you have to be a little bit more. Like, I know that's your job. I know it's hard to like give people bad news, you know, but it has to be a better way. And I just feel like the medical system here is completely a fugazi. Because it's crazy, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I know I'm expanding on this too much, but I was trying to get an appointment for my pain for a doctor, and all the appointment was a month away. I had to go to an emergency. There's no way that you can just say, oh, next week go and see someone because you're feeling bad. No, you have to go to an emergency.
No, and it's frustrating. I hear your frustration still now.
Yeah.
Because it stays with you.
Yeah.
So since you want to send that message to them that it needs to change, what do you think that they should change about the way that they approach a delicate situation like this?
Bro, they need
as healthcare providers as a whole, how should we
to be a little bit more approachable and human. Like, if I get to a room, doesn't matter if I'm a doctor, a videographer, or a pressure washer person, I'm gonna go and give you a hand. Hey, what's up? My name is Eduardo. You know, this guy, the doctor or something, I'm not gonna tell you who. He walked into the room, he didn't even shake my hand. Yeah. And he was just like talking to me like I was like painted on the wall. So, you know, he's, oh, you have questions? Yeah, I had a few questions about what they wanted to do because they changed the protocol of me 3 times. But as far as me asking him for advice, I'm not asking that guy for anything, you know. But that's me just being upset, you know.
No, and you know, I mean, rightfully so. You're gonna listen. I'm sure during this whole process, you've gone through grief, you've gone through sadness, you've gone through bargaining, saying, what could I have done? Could I do anything differently now? You've gone through anger and frustration, and then you've gone through acceptance, right? Because this is what happens to us as we experience things like this. So what is it? So let's bring you to today, right? What does a good day look like for you today?
Dude, a good day is me waking up in the morning, being able to go to the restroom. Like right now, dude, doing number 2 for me is celebration, bro. Like, dude, I literally just I pray every time that I go. It's not that I can't go because I go every day. It's just that I'm restricted to go. Yeah. So for me, because I thought that I was gonna like get completely backed up, for me that's a great day. And that I'm not feeling sick also, because the chemo they did on me, bro, is hard, bro. They did like a 3-day chemo on me. It's like one day it's 5 hours, another day is 2, another day is 2. And it's back to back 3 days in a row, every 21 days. So, dude, the first 3-4 days after that, it's just, I did feel bad, but it's just the tiredness. You feel so tired that there's no nap that you can take that it will kind of like get you okay. It's just, you just feel like I don't know, man. That is no joke, man. That is no joke. I really thought it was gonna be worse. Then again, I don't know, it's because all the other stuff that I'm doing holistically to detoxify my body once I do the chemo is working too, but that's that, if you know what I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said, I guess it's weird because you have somebody telling you have such a limited time to live, right? Like blatantly.
Nobody has told me per se, oh, this is your life expectancy. But you read.
Yeah.
And based on what you see, there's a number there. I'm not gonna say because it's not even relevant for me. But it's crazy for me that they changed the protocol on me 3 times because my prognosis was getting better. It was getting worse every time they were doing a test on me. That there's not a clear ending on the procedure they're doing. So the clear ending is surgery in the end if they can.
Because right now the goal is to shrink the mass.
Right now it's the goal is to shrink the mass because I cannot have them removed without having a major surgery on me that would like completely change me forever, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So they're gonna wait to see if they can shrink it to get in and do a surgery, which for me still that's a conversation that I need to have on the table, because right now for me it's just being functionable, being able to do my daily life activities, without pain, and depending on the side, I will decide what I do, but I'm not sure if I'm going the whole 9 yards holistic oncology protocol, because they don't even have it clear. They don't even have clear what they want me to do. They told me, we're gonna do this 4 rounds, then we're gonna do 12 rounds, then we're gonna do 25 rounds of radio, and after that we'll see what we do. Maybe you will have to do some pills, because they don't know how am I going to react to what they're giving me, because they're giving me 2 different type of chemos combined, and everything else that I'm doing on the side, because I'm doing like 5 different things on the side that I'm like drowning me on drops and like infusions and like that kind of stuff, so
yeah. But what I was gonna say before, I guess, was the fact that somebody's telling you that your time is limited. I don't know how much time that is, but in the same breath, you're going through this treatment that limits your ability to participate in life because you're tired and you need to recover.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird thing, like, no, I need to live and do things because I don't know how long I have, but then in the same breath, like, I need to recover so I can feel better.
So yeah, I mean, so for the people that knows me, most people probably won't know me because it's your audience. My mom passed away to cancer. She did recover from cancer at the time, but the cancer came back for a reason. And I was part of her recovery, and I saw firsthand something that she did that actually worked. And my mom was terminal. My mom was hospital terminal. She was, the doctor told her, chemo every week until you die. And you maybe had 3 months or something like that. So that's what they told my mom, because she was really bad. She had cancer everywhere, brain, lung, bones, like it was metastasized everywhere. She was a light up tree of cancer every time that they did like a PET scan on her. And because I saw that on her, I have a different mindset on this, and I didn't really want to do chemo. I was going to go all in with like a crazy diet and all the protocols that I had in mind. But after talking to several different doctors, I spoke with a doctor in Argentina that I really like, an oncologist. Somebody referred me to him. He called me from Argentina to know. And he explained to me that he was an oncologist for a very long time in Argentina, that he had cured people from cancer with holistic medicine, regular medicine, chemo medicine, everything, And he told me that the particular cancer that I have, that he has experienced, he told me that that area of the body absorbs everything. And it's very hard when it's so advanced to recover with a holistic approach. He told me, if I were you, I would get some rounds of chemo, get it under control, because we know these chemos work on that type of tumor. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm hoping that works, And we hit this tumor with a sledgehammer in the beginning. We poison it straight up. If we get your bowel movement regulated, and you decide if you want to continue with the oncology treatment, or you want to do a holistic approach for the remaining of the of the whatever time. But I'm looking to at least 8 months of recovery, either or with those treatments. Like I don't know. In my mind, I really feel like I'm gonna have to be not on an oncology treatment for so long, but the natural treatments, I'm gonna have to be years on that.
Gotcha.
It's not gonna be like 2 months and you're gonna be good.
So what was it when you and I spoke? Right,
Mm-hmm.
probably it was about 3 weeks ago. I guess one of the first things that you told me was exactly that. You were like, I'm not doing any of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm going the whole holistic route. I'm going to do cannabis oil, whatever it was that you said, the protocol that you had read about.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had some fear about getting a port. You were like, no, I don't want them to install anything or put anything on me.
Because it's just the limitations, because what people don't understand, and this is what I want people to understand, is that I was in pain because of the tumor that I have is growing, is putting pressure in a lot of areas on my pelvic. So the tumor was putting so much pressure in one of the lines from the kidney to my bladder that it was obstructing. So I had to get a surgery. That was the other time that I have to go to an emergency, so they can put a stent so my urine can flow without being restricted. So I lost my train of thought over here right now. But what I was gonna say,
I was asking you about going the holistic route versus getting the port
because of what happened, that I have to get the kidney surgery, and that was a week after I got the prognosis for the cancer. I did a week of treatment hard, dude. I fast for 6 days. I didn't eat anything for 6 days. And I went back because I couldn't take the pain that I had over here and the pain that I had on my kidney. And because I went to another doctor, a holistic doctor, and he told me that right now your problem is not your cancer, right now it's the kidney. You need to go to an emergency to treat the kidney. So they did the procedure on the kidney. And after they did that, and I saw that after a week the tumor grow more instead of like maybe just stabilizing or just not growing. And I was already doing maybe 7 days of treatment, which is nothing. 7 days is nothing. That's not enough, Because I saw it like slightly bigger, I decided to went with the chemo because I figured I would do whatever it takes, man. I didn't want to do it. But couple people that are in college, they told me, if you don't do chemo right now, you're gonna die because it's too advanced. So we have to hit it super hard. There's no way you can hit hard cancer with a holistic treatment. It's a progression. It takes time. You have to build up to it. It takes a little bit of time to it takes at least for you to start seeing any type of it's 30 days. And result is 90.
Yeah.
Like anything, like working out.
Yeah.
It's 90 days. You need to put 90 days. So that was the reason why, I changed my mind.
So you're, like you said, you were talking about working out. You're a resilient guy. You're used to fighting through things. What advice do you have for other people that might have just received a cancer diagnosis right now? I know that you're like you said, you're 30 days in, but what do you want to say to those people who are probably battling the same thing that you are?
Man, don't cave into fear, man. Because that was the first thing I did. I literally just cave into fear because you have all these people telling you craziness, and you don't even feel it. It's like, oh no, you have cancer. Like, I don't have cancer, man. Like, I don't feel like I have cancer.
I don't have cancer. You have cancer.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Not, and dude, I mean, you know this because for a while I've been telling you that I've been getting, not, I'm gonna say religious, but I've been trying to build our relationship with Jesus Christ and getting close to God. And dude, I'm doing millions of shit right now. But if any of this works, it's Jesus Christ. It's His glory. I'm not taking credit for any of this. Literally. Because everything here, He put it here. So if any of that works, because I was in the mindset too, man. This holistic doctor or something, he told me, you eat good, man. You work out. Like, yeah, that's what I said, But your head is a mess. And I'm like, you're right. My head is a mess. If you don't take care of your head, even if you take care of your body, it's not gonna work what you're doing. So if you don't believe that the chemo is curing you, it's not gonna work. So you need to believe that the cure is working you. Even though I don't, because I know that shit's poison. So the way that I did around that, and that's kind of like the advice that I will give to people with cancer, don't be thinking that you're going to get cured with the treatment that this doctor are telling you. You might, for sure. And that will be God curing you. But for sure, some of these chemos, they do work on shrinking the problem. Shrinking the problem, not the solution for a problem. You shrink the problem and then you attack the problem from the source, which could be an emotional problem, which is probably what I have, which is probably the reason why I got this. Because I'm not 100% sure. The conversations that we were having before we started the podcast, that I was like, man, dude, I eat organic, I work out, I plunge, I run, I try to stay healthy, and this thing came out of nowhere, and my wife, she was saying, yeah, but you put your phone in your pocket all the time. You use fragrance. Sometimes you don't use good soap. You're sitting down right next to a 5G tower the whole day.
Yeah.
So there's many factors that I could.
But we could sit here and try to nitpick and try to determine what's the one cause, but I think we're all exposed to so many different chemicals and things that the companies that produce these things know that they could be cancerous, and still they put them out and sell them because at the end they make money. And then 30 years from now, they're like, oh, you guys should have never had this. There's a class action lawsuit, you get $3 and they move on with their lives. So it has, I can't sit here and just try to find out one cause as to why this happened, right? Because I think you'll go crazy doing that.
I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah. I was just trying to kind of wrap it around, and how I can make sense about doing the chemo stuff. So, which dude, the whole chemo stuff for me is it goes against
your being,
because I saw that on my mom. It never worked in the end, dude. It was just a bandage and just prolonging the thing,
Do you still feel like that right now?
I feel better, man. I don't feel worse. So I feel like I'm not getting worse. I feel like I'm sleeping better. I feel like I'm in less pain. Like I said, mornings are good for me. As the day progresses, I get inflamed and it hurts in the end of the day, because it's a big pressure. I feel like I'm doing better. That's how I feel.
Okay.
And honestly, I think I'm going to know if this thing is working because of the place of what I have. Because I'm gonna feel if I'm able to, which right now I can tell you, I don't think I have that destruction on the thing anymore, because I don't feel that pressure that I had before.
Okay.
But I don't know, bro. There's 30 pages of side effects from the chemo. Dude, I started reading and I was saying, I can't do this. Either I do it and I don't see it and I just grind it, but I can't do this reading all this.
Because at first you were just going through all the side effects, trying to figure out what does this do to me?
There's so many. But people do it sometimes and they don't experience any side effects. Yeah. And maybe that's me. Maybe I don't experience any side effects. I did feel really tired. I did feel like throwing up. I did feel like nothing that I tried had taste for a moment. Also, my skin feels really ashy.
It's dry.
It's really dry. It's really, and I'm oily, bro. And there was 5 days that I couldn't sweat. For me, it was insane. Yeah.
How do you feel about talking about this right now? Have you talked to anybody in this capacity about this besides your wife?
I talked to a friend over the phone, but I haven't really talked to anyone in person, like what we're doing right now. I'm trying to like I mentioned to you, to do the blog and getting used to talking to the camera, because I feel like
What was that like? Because I know that you said you didn't even know what to say. It was confusing.
Literally, I put the camera on the tripod, hit record, and I look at the camera and I was like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. What do we do? Hey guys, like, I literally.
Yeah, because you feel like a YouTuber.
But not like like I said, I wanna share what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm gonna do it every day, every week, every month. I'm gonna make a few videos, about the stuff that I'm doing, and it feels nice because it's kind of like I vent out the stuff that I have in me in that particular moment, that particular day. I still feel like I have like a lot of emotional baggage from a lot of things, that I'm not sure if I want to put out there, like on the web. But
why? What's the hesitation?
My family and their feelings, not my family, not my direct family, but my uncles and family around. This is not the first time that a cancer situation has happened in the family. It's just the way that they approach stuff, the way that they've been doing the stuff. I'm not really thrilled with it. The way everything turned out with my mom. I have like a lot of stuff that I didn't really tell them back in the day because I didn't really want to confront anyone.
Do you feel like just you going through this experience yourself is bringing up a lot of the same emotions that you experienced only with your mom?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Like what?
No, dude, there's a lot of things that I changed my mind. There's a lot of things that I changed my mind. Now that I feel it in some of the stuff that my mom used to do back in the day when she was in her treatment. And I'm like, oh my God, bro, this is rough. Like, now I understand how she will ask me for food and then 2 minutes later she will not want to eat the food because I was really hungry and then I can't eat anything the next minute.
Like there's no appetite whatsoever.
At all. So it would drive me insane because I will go to the kitchen and cook for my mom, like healthy, good food, and then she won't eat it, So Virginia had done that to me a couple times and I can't eat and I'm like, fuck. I don't want to curse, but it brought me back right there.
Yeah.
And I told her, just let me, if I want to eat, but this was very in the beginning, and in the beginning I went nuts. Like I said, I would freak out completely, all this thing, so I went and looked for every single procedure that I can think about it, and one of the supposedly things that it works a lot is being keto and do like a crazy fast in the beginning so you starve the tumor in the beginning. And that's what I tried to do the first week that I was in pain, that I didn't have the stem, that I tried to do that, and I did, bro. I didn't eat for 7 days, But nothing changed. I was still with the pain. I ended up in an emergency again because I had to get my kidney drained and get the stem. And I was like, you know what? Let me. I'm gonna try with everything. I have no option here, So
I know before we were talking, and you mentioned that people call you randomly.
Yeah.
And they really don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Right? They call you and some people call you and start crying.
Yeah.
So, what's your advice to people who have loved ones with a cancer diagnosis in terms of how should they approach that person, and how should they not approach that person?
I mean, that's a complex question, dude, because it really depends on the relationship that you have with that person. Like for example, like you come over here, you show up here, and you don't call me, I don't mind.
Yeah.
You're my boy, bro. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that knows me, that I don't have a tight relationship with them, and they don't call me or they don't text me, and they just show up over here, it's gonna be very not uncomfortable, but like awkward, because I don't have that relationship with a lot of people. So not everyone can show up. But the only thing that I will say, if that person is truly your friend, just show up. You don't. I mean, you can text and hey, where are you at? But you don't have to like explain what you're doing. Like you can send them food to their house. So that's something that, dude, for me it's been great. Not because I eat food from the streets so much right now, but at least my girls are eating or my wife might eating, because you need to remember that also I was doing 80% of the cooking in the house because I like cooking. It's not because Virginia loved my food. So I haven't been cooking. So I'm cooking right now, and I'll cook like, you know, a big batch of stuff so they have food there, you know, but I know they're being starving because I'm not cooking the way I used to be cooking. So that is something that, you know, that if you have someone with cancer, that will really help. Like, you literally, sometimes you don't want to see anyone, not because you don't want to see them. It's because, dude, I'm uncomfortable, I'm in pain, I need to go to the bathroom all the time, and I don't want to put you through that. I don't want you to feel bad. And it could be just like, look, you can just show up to the house, hey bro, I just want to give you a hug, man, I love you, you're gonna do it great, I brought you some food, bro, see you later. That's it. So that is sometimes the perfect visit, because you really feel that they care about you, they come, they talk to you, they give you some food, which is
a blessing.
Bro, right now, dude, I'm telling you this, bro, eating, going to the restaurant, bro, oh my God, bro, are you kidding me, dude?
Eating, so the basics of life is what feels like a blessing. Like, is that's what you look forward to,
bro? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy how you can have so many dreams, so many wishes, so many stuff that you want to do, but bro, the moment you get sick, bro, it's only one wish, dude. Fuck. I'm not thinking about anything else right now, dude. So people are asking, oh, what are you doing for work? I don't know, dude. I don't know what I'm doing for work. I don't know, bro. God will provide. That's it. Right now, my mission is selfish and it's ruthless, and I'm reckless right now, dude. My mission is get better, bro. And the only people I care right now is my family. I don't care about anyone else, and this is coming from a place of love, because I love you too, bro. You
no, I understand. You don't have to apologize to me, bro.
Pero to everyone that knows me right now, I cannot be an emotional support to anyone that is trying to make me feel better. So I love you guys and everything, you know, but if you don't have anything productive to say, bro, it's better if you don't say anything.
Yeah, because people call you with remedies, dude, or things that you should do, or...
I was telling Virginia yesterday, it's so crazy because I sit down here a lot in the shadow over here. That's why we're here, because I really enjoy being over here, because I don't want to be laying on the bed. I don't want to be watching TV. I just want to be like grounding here on the floor. That my little one, Celeste, she will come and sit down with me, quiet. And I'm literally just looking at the tree over here. And she will sit down with me, quiet.
How old is Celeste, so people understand?
She's 3.
She's 3 years old. Okay, go ahead.
She will sit down right next to me, and she will look at me, and she will tell me, I love you, Daddy. And I'm like... And she's quiet, bro. She's just quiet, sitting there. Sometimes that's even better than having a conversation.
Yeah.
She's just there, quiet with me, and I'm telling her that, hey, Celeste, she comes, and she sits down right next to me. She doesn't even say a word. It's like if Ocean sits down right next to me, she doesn't stop talking. You know?
I would have back you real quick because it closed on me.
Yeah, man.
Actually, that was now that you're talking about your daughters, that was actually what I was gonna get to. Is what do you want your girls to know? I guess about life, about love, about how they want to just, God forbid, the worst case scenario happens. How they should carry your spirit with them.
I mean, I'm already telling Ocean this, you know, but I'm telling her that she should try to pursue something that makes her happy, that can create income from her. Do not start working for someone for money if you don't know what you want to do. So if she has the luxury to like stay with Virginia, if I'm not here, I'm just saying, oh, stay with me, so she can build up to do something that she really wants, even though if she's not making that much money, but she's happy and she's not stressed, do that. I'd rather you do that you're going to a job that you might make a lot of money, you might have a lot of things, but in the end, none of that matters, bro. None of that. You can have the best things in the world, none of that matters. Like, do something that makes you happy, that can support the way you're living. That will be my 2 cents for my daughters, because I feel trapped doing something for work right now, or what I was doing for work that I don't really enjoy or I'm passionate about it. I just do it because it's easy for me to do it, and I'm good doing it. But in the end, I feel like it's killing my soul. If you ask me, what would you like to do? Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what I would like to do. There's so many things that I would like to do, but right now, I mean, after my mom passed, for a moment, I really thought that I wanted to help people with cancer, to like treatments and stuff like that. But that area is so gray, and there's so many liabilities that I stopped pursuing that, because I thought that, I might get in trouble with that, But then again, this was almost 15 years ago. Things changed a lot since that. Laws changed a lot since that. So things will be a little different this time,
What do you think you've learned about yourself in the past couple of weeks that you didn't realize?
That I cannot really control my emotions when I'm stressed out. And that's what I'm trying to work right now.
Why? What taught you that? Where did you see that, where you couldn't control your emotions?
Bro, when something bad happens, my head doesn't stop. And I go just
trying to problem solve.
Try to problem solve, but I'm going this hole, bro, and I just think about everything negative, and not, I don't think about stuff positive, and I caught myself doing that a lot this past 2 weeks, and I'm just trying to also, I'm not working out.
No, before
also, I'm not working out,
yeah.
So that is driving me crazy too, dude, because I can't, get it out.
Yeah, but so what are you doing to get those thoughts that are just spinning, in those negative thoughts that seem to be spinning over and over? What are you doing right now to get out of it?
Breath work.
Yeah. I love that you said that, because you mentioned grounding earlier, and I've been in the same thing where I'm having a lot of stress and I'm waking up, I'm going outside to my yard, and I'm putting my feet on the grass. I'm literally
grounding.
Sometimes I'm in my underwear, naked in the backyard. My neighbors can't see me, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But I'm literally just with the sun, and I can feel my nervous system. The deep layers of who you are, buzzing, because you can't stop your mind.
If you really quiet your mind and you do some breath work, you can really almost feel your body shaking.
Yeah.
It's just that we're so numb on everything.
We're surrounded by noise.
That we can't quiet our mind. And this is happening to me right now, because I'm trying to quiet my mind just for one task, and I can see now how hard it is for me. And also, I'm in my house, I'm with my kids. I'm in the same environment that I was when this was happening before. So it's hard for me to change my routine, because I already had a routine without affecting them too much. So right now I'm doing red light therapy on the area. I'm doing the red sauna, the sleeping bag, not the full thing. So to sweat, I'll plunge half body. I'm not going fully because I have the port, so I can submerge. So that's what I was gonna say. I love my train of thought that I was saying. So what I was gonna tell you is doing chemo, there's a bunch of stuff that I cannot do holistically when I'm doing chemo, and that's what was one of the other reasons what I didn't want to do it. So the moment I start doing chemo, I cannot do the hyperbaric change. That's something that I wanted to do. The oxygen change.
Yeah, the hyperbaric chamber. Yeah.
The hyperbaric chamber. So apparently there's some, and it's one of the chemics that they're using on me. It creates a toxin on your brain when it's exposed to high levels of oxygen. So they don't know how long you have to be without it for you not to get that side effects that it could happen. So they rather not do it because it's a liability for them. So they told me that 21 days later after the chemo, I could go and get the treatment after I stopped doing the chemos. So that is something that I want to do, because apparently exposure to high concentrations of oxygen every day for 40-50 sessions it apparently dismantles the tumor because it can't survive on an alkaline oxygen environment.
Edu, so you feel super torn, no? Because part of you wants to go this completely holistic route. You have all these different treatment regimens that you want to follow. And then realistically, part of you really wants to believe that the chemo can help, but then there's a big part of you that just views it as a toxin. But then you also realize that that's what's necessary to actually shrink the mass, because all these treatments aren't proven to shrink the mass. So it's like I hear you, you're talking to me, and I could hear you battling back and forth in your head about it.
We haven't even got to the diet, which is like that's the biggest battle right now. Because I don't know. If you ask me, oh, what are you doing? I'm gonna tell you, I'm not 100% sure of this. I know the treatment, the holistic treatment that I'm gonna do. I know, I'm clear, but because I'm doing the chemo, so I can't do the hyperbaric change. I cannot do the high doses of vitamin C, because it's too much stress on my kidneys and my liver between the chemos and the vitamin C. That's why I haven't called Rebecca. Gotcha. Because I can't do that either.
Yeah, so there's just a lot.
The first month and a half, I cannot lift anything more than 20 pounds because of the pork with my right arm. That's one thing. So I can, work out.
Yeah.
I'm walking too. What's the other thing that I can do? With the chemo. So supposedly the first 10 days you shouldn't be getting that much sun, but I'm not sure why they're saying that. I don't know if because your skin can get
dry or damaged. Yeah, maybe because
mark, or because just it's dry. You should whatever. I'm still getting sun because that's crazy. Like I have to get sun. That's we're like plants. So I'll go in the morning, not at noon. I don't have to go at noon. I go in the morning and get 15, 20 minutes of sun. Underwear or butt naked, whatever, in the patio, just like you, and grounding. So that's basically So that's the thing, bro. The chemo thing was the chemo and the pork. The limitations that I'm gonna get doing that's was turning me off from that. And also I can't submerge myself for a month and a half because of the port that I have for the chemo, which is like, oh, man, I want to go to the beach. Like I'll go to the beach every day. I don't care. Yeah. That was also part of the reason why I didn't want to do it. So I figure, I know that the protocol that they're doing, they can only do 8 times on me. They cannot do more than that because it's so toxic that they could kill me if they do more than that. I'm not sure. Okay, I don't want to tell you a number, but I'm gonna do like 2, 3. We'll see. After 2, 3, I'll see how we are, how I feel, and depending on that, I may just go holistic the whole way. But I don't know, dude. I don't know.
How has this, I guess, put a strain, even on your marriage? Let's say, have you been able to communicate? Like what you're feeling and experiencing, because I know it could be extremely frustrating for you with what you're going through.
No, my wife, she's been amazing, bro. Virginia, I cannot ask for a better wife. She's been great, bro. But this been taking a toll on her big time. And her mom has been helping a lot too. She's been coming and cooking for her and stuff.
What's a message you want to leave to Virginia? Obviously, you see her every day, but I guess. What's something that you maybe haven't said out loud that's probably should be said?
She knows that, I don't have to tell her, baby. I love you, baby. And I know I have a temper. You have a temper too. But I couldn't do this without you. You know that. So you're the reason I'm here. So we're gonna get through this. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm in good spirits. It's just that, it's an emotional roller coaster, bro, and it's hard, dude. Like I was telling you the other day, bro, like my head, bro, it's a bad neighborhood right now, bro. Yeah. Like it's just, like I go dark places, bro,
¿Con qué edad llegaste de Venezuela?
17.
17 years old. And you are how old right now?
I'm gonna be 42 next month.
Oh, 42. Wow, you're right there. I'm 42 in August. Yeah, I'm 83. Yeah. So 17 to 42.
Yeah, dude, crazy.
This thing goes quick, no?
you know, this is happening, you know. I don't know what's gonna happen, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be good,
Me too.
but I don't know. Okay. And part of the reason when I'm doing the blog is because I want to leave this just in case, so people know how I used to talk, how I used to feel, how I used to think about stuff, and how my, you know, so my daughters can see me like interacting with other people, just in case something happens. Because my mom, all the way to the end, dude, she was in denial she was gonna die, and that for me was insane.
Because you were watching her.
Because I was watching her just go down, and I'm like, you know, like if this is happening to me, I'm gonna give recipes, I'm gonna give tips, everything that I had that I can transfer, I'm gonna transfer and leave it on a video, which is what I can do and master and do pretty right now. Yeah. So I'm gonna make some videos about stuff. I'm gonna make some videos for my girls.
Like what kind of videos are you thinking to leave for your daughters in terms of like cooking or what?
Birthdays, Christmas, holidays, stuff like that, so they can see me those days if I'm not here. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that I'm gonna do. Birthdays and holidays, and maybe, you know, 18-year-old conversation kind of.
Just so that they can have some advice when that time comes to kind of guide them. Like, hey, if you were.
I mean, I'm gonna try to think it's the future as much as I can. You know, I don't know how that's gonna plan out. Probably what I say it might be stupid in 18 years. You know, yeah. But that's how I want to spend my time right now during my healing. It's just making sure that they have some type of emotional support coming from me if I'm not here, and for me to create something that I want to create, because I want to do that. Yeah. I'm not doing it because I work or somebody's paying me. I'm doing it because I want to edit that. I want to put the music to that. I like that. Yeah. And also the blog for me to share with people what's happening. Maybe I could help some people that is going through the same thing. With some, how am I approaching this in every way? How I'm doing with my family, how am I doing with the food, how am I doing with money wise, you know, because, you know, cancer bills, bro, they're piling up, bro. This thing is nuts, bro. It's just, the medical system is so crazy, Adrian. It's so crazy. Like I have
he's gonna go back down his rabbit hole again.
I have something caught over here, dude. I make an appointment, dude, and they tell me 2 weeks for me to see me here. I have to go to an emergency and pay $500 so they can see a little cut that I have over here, bro. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy that if you feel bad, you cannot go to a doctor without having an appointment for a month. You have to go to an emergency, dude. That for me is insane.
Yeah, I mean, there's places that you could go, but it's just the cost is different. It's out of pocket. It's different. There's concierge medicine where you don't use your insurance, you pay out of pocket, and you can be seen. You could text somebody and call somebody right now. So it's just expensive. Yeah. It's not part of the system. You said something right now that actually hit me a little bit, because you said, I just want to be doing things that I want to do. I don't want to be doing anything because I have to do because somebody's paying me to do it. And I thought, right when you said that, I was like, I'm here because I choose to.
Of course.
Right? I'm here because, I mean, I've worked to put my life in this situation where bro, this is a blessing for me to be here with you.
Bro, I'm happy you came, bro.
Like, I'm...
And you were telling me, no, dude, I don't know if I want to go, bro. You can come anytime you want. I don't care, bro.
No, that's why I just call you. And I'm just like, hey, just a normal conversation. I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah. Like, how do you feel? How's your kidneys? Nah, bro, how's it going? What are you up to?
You know that you're getting what you're getting here. This is not a persona. Yeah. I'm not faking anything. We're having just a talk over here, me and you, like we usually do.
Yeah.
Because when we get together, like, we go to town.
There's usually a joint involved, but...
It's usually a joint involved, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I like I said, I'm in good spirit.
Good.
I feel like things are gonna get better. I just need time. That's all I need. I need more time so I can...
How hard is that? Because that's something where you feel like, again, that was actually the first conversation you had, you kept repeating that. I just need time. I just need time. And it seems, because that's what you feel, right? That's the only thing you can't grasp.
It was crazy that this thing, it was so big inside me and I didn't feel it. And I was feeling it, but I didn't pinpoint that it was something like that.
So was it initially colon, just starting in the colon?
Dude, I had a pain like 6 months ago, very similar, or the same pain, and it went away.
Yeah. No,
I didn't make anything to it.
The reason I ask if it was colon cancer is because
no, it was not. It's rectal cancer.
Rectal, same thing. But at the
It's
age
not
of,
the same thing.
Well, no, I'm sorry. But what I mean is, at the age of 40, right? The recommendation for us is that we get a colonoscopy. However, most men don't. Why? Because we don't want anything being put into our ass, right?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Basically, to put it bluntly. And so what happens is a lot of men skip that, right? I haven't done it. And so I should get a colonoscopy.
So I'll give you this. So there's a misconception between a colonoscopy and a prostate exam. So a prostate exam, they will push you through down. You know what I'm saying?
But the colonoscopy is the same. But they put the tube in your rectum.
See, but you sleep.
Yeah, you're asleep. But still, men don't receive that concept.
You want to be asleep, bro. You want to be asleep. You don't want to be awake with a doctor telling you, okay, breathe. No.
Most men don't want to be asleep or awake when they're getting a rectal exam.
Well, I should have done that before. That was kind of like my mistake. I think all my brothers are doing it. I think you should do it too, bro.
All of you should do it, honestly.
If you're coming from parents that have cancer, I think you should not wait to be older than 35
to get
a
screened.
colonoscopy. It's usually 40.
Yeah.
But this lady was telling me that she will even do it at 30.
Yeah, just to start screening.
Just to start screening here and there, Dude, I should have done that, bro.
It's okay.
Like I know I'm gonna have a long journey of colonoscopies in the future.
Yeah.
Which I'd rather do that than having major invasive surgery by the end of my treatment because this is what got me in the end. They told me, oh, we cannot guarantee that the cancer is going to be back. Okay, so then why are you doing surgery? Oh, to guarantee that the cancer is not back.
But you can't guarantee it.
But then why are we doing surgery? Well, because I will give you a higher percentage. How much higher? Oh, 5 to 10%. 5 to 10%. Dude, I'll take my chances just not doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see, man. I'm taking it day by day. So every day for me is, wake up, go to the restroom, pray, do some breath work, sunrise. I'm recording videos here and there, especially in the morning, which is my mind is fresh and I don't rumble so much, because I do that a lot. And nothing, dude. I just try to I'm fixing the studio right now, working some things there. I'm gonna start doing the podcast. You're probably gonna be my second guest because my wife is gonna be my first guest. Probably gonna have a long ass conversation there, and the blog, which right now I'm not really moving that much because of the limitations that I have, because I don't want to be away from my house. That doesn't mean that I could go out and go to another restaurant, but I just want to be in my house right now because it's just
that's where your piece is.
After days in the hospital, dude, I'm here, bro. I don't want to go too far.
Any message that you want to send to people as we close out? If there's anything that you want to just
I guess, man, I don't know. I don't even know what to say, dude. I'm trying not to lose hope, even though people are telling me stuff that it's not positive. I'm trying not to lose hope because the prognosis that they're exposing to me or explaining to me, it doesn't look good nowhere in the end. So I'm just trying to be positive. I'm not really thinking about I'm trying to think about everything's gonna be okay and not overthink too much, man. That's kind of where I'm. Maybe the next time we talk, I'll have a different mindset, But right now, it's just day by day, eat, go to the restroom, do my medicines, do my protocol, just try to stay away from the bad neighbors of my head and keep my mind entertained, creating stuff, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm not really posting anything anywhere, but I'm creating stuff.
Good.
Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna post everything because I don't know if everything is for everyone, but
you're just creating it to give yourself like something to be productive with, no?
it's therapy for me, man.
It's therapy, yeah.
I can't wait to work out.
In fact, I had a really rough situation.
I can't wait to work out.
Yeah, I had a really rough situation the other day, and I was on fire, bro. I was on fire about this whole scenario that was going on. I woke up like at 4 a.m. with these thoughts circling in my head, and I just started. I don't write poems often, but I didn't know how else to get it out, but to making it just connect and flow. Bro, let me tell you something. This was at 4 a.m. Throughout the day, I realized that helped me just process everything that was going on. So I think even just having these conversations, or you producing something, or creating a vlog, or editing photography or videography, something that you're doing to help yourself process your emotions, especially when you don't have an outlet like exercise. But there's nothing that's gonna help you more than that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. I know my biggest battle right now is my head.
Yeah.
My head is the problem. It has to be. It has to be. I could be wrong. I'm here like a dummy trying to make sense of something really wrong. But I was under a massive stress this past 6 months. Massive. Between, being unemployed and money situations and like just overall stuff, and also medical too, because I was having some medical issues and I didn't really pay attention to it, and all this thing blew up on me 6 months later. I should have, if I had paid attention to that 6 months ago, things might be different right now.
What's the significance of those issues today? Those issues that you were stressing a lot before, how big are they now?
I mean, they're still there, bro. But I don't know if they're so important anymore. And I'm not sure I can go back to do what I was doing, the way I was doing. I don't think so.
So you don't think if everything works out today, you're cleared, you get a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 pay raise at your current job, are you going back?
I don't know, because you know what? I do like the people that I was working with. Yeah. It's just the situation, the commute, the licenses that I need to pass, all that brought a lot of stress to me. So I was not coping well with that. I was just literally just stressed, and I know I'm stressed. Doesn't matter. I need to do it, and we'll get through. So they were not, let me, do some breath work, or let me, go to the beach and come down and relax. It was just like bam, 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 don't stop. And I don't know. So many things, man. So many things.
Bueno, I'm gonna say this, bro.
Yeah. I'm happy you came, bro. Thank you so much, bro. It was a good talk.
I'm happy to be here. Yeah. But I really do think, I don't know why, since you told me, I was like, bro, Eddie's gonna beat this. And that's the energy I'm gonna keep bringing. I think for every step of the way, I'm gonna tell you, this is only gonna get better.
I feel that I'm gonna beat this thing. I feel that.
Good.
I don't know.
We don't know. We don't.
But I feel that I'm gonna beat this thing.
Well, then let's fucking keep feeling that.
I feel like this cannot be it.
Yeah.
I feel like I had something else to do here. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it cannot be it. That's how I feel. I don't know. I feel, I'm not sure. I don't know. I just don't know. But from my experience, from what I've seen, what I had done, and the stuff that I'm doing, I think everything's gonna be okay. But it's just time. If I had cut this earlier, I would not be doing chemo. For sure. Yeah. For sure I would not be doing chemo. Yeah. For sure. It's just that it's so late that these drugs that are using, I don't remember the name of the drugs, but it doesn't matter. these drugs, they're being used since the 80s or the 70s.
Yeah, so where's the advancement?
So when I saw that, and they told me, okay, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do this, I'm like, these drugs were done in the 70s and the 80s. What about all this cutting edge new drugs, treatment targeting cells that doesn't kill good cells?
Yeah.
I want some of that. I have insurance, you know, like let me get some of that good juice, you know. So they told me that I have such an aggressive cancer that they need to use a straight up like gangster chemo, old school chemo. And that chemo is so old because it's so effective on shrinking tumors.
Yeah.
So I like to believe that that is true.
Okay. Nice.
So they told me that. So you think? So she told me that. The lady told me that, and I'm okay. So when you're telling me shrinking, how long are we talking? Yeah, no, you could probably see difference the first chemo or the second chemo. The first chemo. So you're talking about if I do 2 chemos, I could see a significant reduction in the tumor. We like to believe that.
So when's your next chemo?
Next Monday.
Next Monday. Okay.
So literally, it's Thursday.
Today is Thursday. Yeah.
3 more days.
Let me see if before we close out, let's see if there's anybody here. Oh, go on.
3 more days.
If not, we'll just get out. No, I think it's just a bunch of people joining. But well, guys, thanks for joining us here. I'm gonna close this out. But my boy Eddie, if you want to send out prayers, you want to send out anything to him.
Thank you guys for everything.
Eduardo. And I'll probably post I will post his GoFundMe just to help him out and provide some support for him and his family. Thank you guys. I'm gonna close this out. But yeah, man, this is fucking bizarre, right?
Smoke that joint, bro.
Yeah, but it's wild. It's wild to go through this. It's wild the things that we have to face, right? And that, like you said, we don't have control of it. We don't know, like, what's the outcome.
I mean,
and you have to have some sort of faith. I haven't been having faith, bro. I grew up in the church. I grew up.
We don't have control of anything, dude.
Yeah, we don't control anything.
So what do you think was my first thought when I got out of the hospital? I was like, fucking God, bro, why would you do this to me when I fucking helped my mom so much to get, and now you fucking throwing this shit to me? Like, dude, I've been fucking eating organic. What the fuck?
I've been eating organic. I've been exercising. Why?
So, dude, and that's why Virginia keeps coming back and telling me that shit. You know, like don't be thinking like that. It could be so many other things that you were like exposed. You know, it could be the vaccines that they put on you. It could be so many things. You know, but I'm just trying to think. Oh, you're right, dude. Like, I mean, my diet wasn't perfect, but it was not McDonald's. Yeah, there was a little bit of sweets on my diet, and.
But whenever we can look at everything over and over, and you're never gonna identify anything. You're never gonna. There's not one more workout you could have done, one more vegan juice that you could have had. It doesn't matter. One less lotion that you put on.
Look, we were talking about the treatment and how trouble I am. What about the diet, bro? So you have people telling me, oh, you have to go full vegan, alkaline. You cannot have animal protein, and I'm like, okay. And then you have to go carnivore. You have to go full keto. 2 doesn't got glucose. Do not eat fruits. Just stay keto for 2 months, and the cancer is gonna die.
It's like when COVID came and everybody had a solution for COVID. Yeah. It's like when the hurricane's coming, everybody's a hurricane expert on where. It's the same thing for everything. You'll drive yourself nuts trying to listen to everybody's advice.
I'm gonna go more keto than anything. I'm gonna balance it out. Some vegetable, leafy greens. I'm gonna eat red meat. I'm not gonna stop it, but clean red meat, not shit red meat. I'm eating organs, heart, liver, elk, buffalo, anything high concentration protein, small portions that I can eat. Because, dude, I'm weighing
should have horse dick.
159 pounds.
Should have horse dick.
I should, bro. I should.
It's gonna cure everything.
I should. I lost, dude. Almost 20 pounds, bro.
20 pounds in a short period of time, but part of it is the chemo, no?
Everything, dude, everything. me not eating, the fasting, the clean eating, you know, like I lost a lot of weight.
Of course.
But yeah, it could be the chemo too. I don't know, you know, so I don't know.
Bueno, vamos a cerrar esto. Guys, bueno, Godspeed.
Godspeed, bro. Yeah.
We're gonna be good. We're gonna do a follow-up podcast in like 6 months just to see where we're at. And I again, I'm just gonna keep being positive about it, bro, because that's what I feel. So thank you guys for joining us. If you've been following, if there's any take-home message I want everybody to have here, get screened. Keep positive people around you who are lifting you up, not giving you bullshit advice that means nothing. Have a sense of faith and hope, and have a sense of purpose for yourself and your family. And it's not that you're being selfish, bro. It's just that if we focus on ourselves, then everything else will follow suit. But if we're not focused on ourselves and the people who immediately surround us and take care of us and love us, then I think we're lost.
Yeah,
in
no,
this
we're
world.
lost.
So it's not selfish, bro. I just think it's the right thing to do. So thanks, guys. Take care. Which one's yours?
This one is faster, stronger.
No, I don't want faster and stronger.
Don't look down or you'll go down. No worries, Mom's riding it.
Right? It's better. The right fall on the ground.
Estoy con la Sony cámara aquí, la 7.3.
La clásica 7.3.
La de guerra, tú sabes.